I recently became a diabetic. Diabetes. I'm Wilford Brimley. I'd like to speak to you a couple seconds about diabetes. Welcome back!
Welcome back, everyone.
We are gonna get laid in this episode.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a bold statement, don't you think?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. that has been a lie. Oh wait, stop the boat, stop the fucking boat.
So tell me, what are you searching for now?
I'm searching for all the fishes. In
All
the
the
sea.
answers?
Yeah, dude, so we just got the ice arrows the last episode, and it's been, what, a month since we played this game?
It's been a little while, yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna go explore every island so that I know where everything is. The charts, you guys won't be able to see it on the TV screen since I can't really show you what's on the gamepad itself. But, for your sake, right here. Oops, and whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Signing
So
off.
for your sake, right here, this treasure map, for example, there is an island that has this little heart shape.
Okay, yeah.
So once we look at islands, we could actually pinpoint that location.
Nice.
So that is the whole point of why I'm doing this. So I'm not just
I retained none of that
Crazy.
information, but I'm happy you explained it.
yes. It is it's gonna be a hoot in a hat. Basically, every little square has an island that has something of importance to the game, and dude, it's insane. There's a ship. There's the ghost ship.
Ghost shit. It's a
Dude,
lot
the
of
ghost
lost
ship.
souls.
So I believe in this one. In order to go inside the ghost ship has one of the Triforce shards. I think we had to find the map first before we can go inside it. But now, yeah, we can't go inside it right now. We have to find this map to go inside the ghost ship.
Interesting.
But how amazing is this? That this is like a pirate level. It's like a pirate Zelda game. Anyway, let's talk about the week. The week that we haven't. The week of Christmas. We haven't seen each other since.
Tell me about your Christmas. How was your week?
It's pretty uneventful, but how does this? It was a decent time. So, I dropped off my mother and her husband at the airport on the 23rd. There it is. There's the fish. On the 23rd. No, on Christmas Eve. Sorry, I dropped them off on Christmas Eve so that they can go to Texas and be with my mom's husband's family. So I woke up at like 3:40 in the morning, took him to the airport, using Dave is my mom's husband's name. We used his truck to get there, and all of the roads. It was the day before a winter storm here in Minnesota, but the roads were still icy. It looked like a freaking ice rink everywhere.
Absolutely.
And yeah, dude, it is insane. Just getting there, and then when I dropped him off, it was my first time ever driving his truck. So I had to drive that thing back, but it handled like a beast. I was able to get back and sleep for like another hour. I got back at 6, slept at 7 to wake up at 8. It was good.
Nice.
It was a good little nap. The next day was Christmas Eve. Now, originally, I had planned to do nothing on Christmas Eve, but apparently, on my dad's side of the family, they were gonna go to this woman's house that I guess they know through church. Like they have their own lives over there, like with their own ring of families and friends and all that stuff, which is understandable. But during a pandemic, it's like going out every week and doing all these things. It's kind of like, what the heck's going on? Like, why are we doing this? Apparently, one of the old grandmas. One of the mom that was hosting the party, that they were gonna drive to, the grandma actually got COVID,
Wow.
so everything got canceled. So that being said, their plan supposedly got canceled. So my dad calls me up. He's like, "Hey, plans got canceled. So do you want to come over, spend Christmas with us, Christmas Eve?" I'm like, I mean, sure, but are you sure that these plans got canceled? Are you sure that people aren't going to come over anyway? And they're like, nope, no one's coming over. I promise, just come over and we're all going to have a good time. We're going to get some food and then just spend time with the family. Supposedly that's what everyone wanted to do. since this was it. Like, they just wanted to spend time with me, and because they didn't want me to be alone on Christmas Eve. But it's like, whatever, right? Like, it's Christmas Eve. Like, to me, it doesn't mean anything because I didn't want to spend it with anyway, you know? So the Christmas Eve doesn't matter. Christmas or Christmas Eve doesn't really matter to me because it's not really a thing that I have a family with that I can actually, you know, celebrate with, you know? So that being said, I was fine with whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So anyway, that morning I was gonna go buy all the kids presents because, you know, I was only gonna get a gift card for my two sisters. My baby sister, she just recently got into Harry Potter, so I bought her the time turner, like
Yes.
the fucking
Yep.
little time turner thing, and she loved it. She was wearing it all day. But here's the sad and just kind of like the reality of this whole thing, of my whole living situation, or just my whole life. I bought my baby brother Benji, who was, I think, 3 years younger than Brianna, my baby sister. I bought him his first ever Pokemon game, which was a mistake. Apparently, 2 months, I think it was a month before, he was playing Fortnite, and I guess he got really mad and he threw his remote at my dad's old TV and destroyed it.
Wow.
And it was funny because I showed him a video of like, hey, this kid's so spoiled, and like, you just don't hit him enough, or like you don't torture him as much as you should. Because like, I've only got hit twice in my life by my parents, but I feel like I should have got hit more, you know? I feel like I should have got hit way more so that I can be put in my place, so I can stop being such a little brat. Because when I was a little kid, dude, I was terrible. I was the worst kid ever in the world. And my baby brother Benji isn't as bad as me, but he's still pretty bad. The main thing is that when he brought the TV, they just took his Switch away. You know, they took it away for, I think, for a month or so. Because, you know, he just can't control himself when he plays those games. Obviously, because he drinks about 2 bottles of Cokes in the morning and just never eats correctly. Like, they don't really monitor him as parents, which a kid like that needs constant attention, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So our issue with him is that, like, he just can't control himself because he's hyped up on caffeine all the time, and he's a kid, obviously. Like, it's just, that's what kids do. But I guess if I were the parent, you know, I wouldn't give him Coke or let him drink Coke every single day. It defeats the purpose of, you know, cleaning their head or whatever. Anyway,
Yeah. having healthy living situations, eating diets, and
he gained 50 pounds
wow,
in the term of when COVID started.
50 in the last.
Do you remember when we went to Halloween last year?
Yeah.
He looks nothing like that anymore.
That's sad.
Well, it is, but at the same time, he makes fun of himself. He doesn't know really what's going on. You know, he's just like, yeah, dude, I'm so fat. Look at my tits. And it's like, dude, it's going to be so hard for you not only to lose that weight, but for you to recover from this psychologically. Like, I'm not the parent. But every time I go there, I point these things out to them. And I'm like, hey, he just reached for a bottle of Coke. He's drinking it at 8 in the morning. Like, you should, whatever. Okay, I don't want to pick fun of my parents because everyone, like, we all do dumb things, you know, as adults, as kids, whatever. I'm not trying to put the blame on them. I'm just like, this is just my reality, right? Of Christmas Eve. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of backstory. So, Christmas Eve, I go and I buy him that. I buy Brianna a $20 gift card, and my older stepsister, I bought her a $40 gift card. That fish was, did you see that fish?
I missed it.
It's so high, you could see it like right there. Anyway, I bought them all gift cards pretty much, except for Benji, because he got the best game of all. I mean, he got the best gift of all, sorry, I should say. He got the Pokemon game, which is like it's a $50-$60 game.
Yeah.
And I was trying to be fair with everyone. So, I need to destroy that place here a second too. So,
Ahmed, what's going on?
yeah,
Welcome to the stream.
dude, what's up?
But continue.
So, essentially, after all that stuff, I go to their place, and immediately the kids want to open my gifts. Immediately. It's not even noon. How do you guys do it with, how do you guys celebrate Christmas with your family? Because we wait till noon to open gifts. But how do you guys do that?
It was normally a tradition for us whenever we'd wake up and after we'd have breakfast.
On Christmas Day, right?
On Christmas Day, we would just kind of sit in the living room, hang out for a bit, and then decide, all right, it's time we can open presents. And then it's just pretty much hanging out and doing nothing all day, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've always waited till Christmas Day. I think a couple years ago, my mom had the tradition, and we tried it.
Of what?
Of opening one present on Christmas Eve and then like the rest Christmas morning.
Do you think that defeats the purpose of Santa at all? Like, as a kid, you're mystified because it's like, wow, this fat dude in a red suit's gonna come down and give me presents? Like, of course, like, add me on Tinder, dude. Come on, like, let's get this going. But, like, do you think that defeats the purpose of Santa Claus as a kid? If you get one present, you know?
I feel like there could be a difference between, like, a presents that I learned from, like, a really young age, like 4 or 5, that, like, Santa wasn't real.
Right.
So it was just kind of like, oh, it was just a funny joke that a couple times they'd write Santa on it. But
do you know how I learned that Santa wasn't real?
Tell me about it.
When I became Santa. Oh, I have this picture of me at the Christmas party about 5 years ago when I became Santa.
Yeah.
Ooh, I gotta show you. This is, like I said, I never lied to you, but I just want you to know that this is a real story that happened. Dang it, you have nothing useful.
So, would you say you've completely subjectively believed in Santa Claus until you were X amount years old?
Yeah, about so.
And what was what would that age be?
It would be, I don't know. I was like, what, 24?
Okay.
I mean, okay, so I am joking about that, but the main thing is this: did it defeat the purpose or not of even having, these kids just get spoiled on that day?
Also, if any of you have stories, you should let us know. What age did you come to realize Santa Claus is still real?
Oh,
excuse me.
Whoops. Oh boy. Moving on. So apparently, okay. So like I said, I get to my parents' house, and immediately the kids want to open presents. And normally my thing is like, I'm not the parent. I brought you guys presents, and they're nothing worthwhile. But I think that there are things that like you would like.
Mm-hmm.
There are things in here I'm pretty sure like a kid would like that you would go crazy for. So, but these are personal gifts. They're not gifts that like a stranger would give you. For example, if you just met someone the other day, they don't know you, or even like just like acquaintances or people that you like go to church with or whatever, like they don't know you personally, so they wouldn't know what to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They would get you something that typically would be nice, like, oh, here's a bracelet, here's an earring, but they wouldn't get you something that's personal to you. You know what I'm saying? I got them something that's personal to them. Like the gift card for my older sister Danny was because, she wanted makeup, as a girl, like whatever, right? So I got her a $40 gift card so she can go and buy all the makeup she wanted, because I would be lost. I don't have a lady with me that can, at the moment, that can actually tell me the difference between these, like if I were to get her something.
Yeah.
So instead I just got her a gift card so she can go and get her whatever she wanted herself. And she was delighted, obviously. And it's something that she can go out and pick out instead of someone guessing what they wanted, right? Because I would be like so recluse from that. I wouldn't know what she wanted.
Yeah, it only makes sense.
Yeah, so then immediately they opened their presents when I got there. I got there like a 5. Brianna I got her a pair of Harry Potter socks, the Time Turner, and a $20 gift card. Benji got the game. And obviously I told him I don't want Benji to open his present because not only did he get the best present of all, but he won't be able to play it because he's still quote unquote grounded. However, they were like, whatever, they wouldn't stop bugging me about it. They're kids, they're spoiled or whatever. Like as much as I want to hit them and tell them no, I can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, boom, they opened their presents and now everyone knows what they got. So now it's time for when things actually turn to the darker side. We were having a good time. My dad left to go pick up my stepmom, who was at church, to go get food. They left like at 5 as soon as I got there, pretty much, to go get the food, and they didn't come back until 7. I waited for 2 hours to eat. When I don't have food, I get, I get hungry. I get hangry, man. Like I'm ready to
Yes.
punch something. I'm ready to devour whoever. Like I was gonna eat Benji for like a second, like I was debating it. I was poking him in the stomach with a fork. I'm like, how many pounds could this be? Whatever. But in the meantime, me, Benji, and Brianna were actually playing Monopoly, which is like, I think the most ridiculous game in the world. I love Monopoly, but not only can you not play it with kids, it's not a kids game because they just can't hold their attention span. Number one, and number two, that game never ends. Also, with the game of life, those are the two games that never end ever.
Actually, I'd say Risk, because the game of life just takes a while.
Yeah.
But it has a definite end.
I feel like it never did. We would be. I think it's because I was playing with kids. That's probably why.
Okay, yeah.
But I've never played Risk. Can you tell me about that?
I haven't played it for probably over 10 years.
What's the gist of it?
But it's just conquer the world. So you're like whoever's, let's say there's 4 people. You each are your own country. You start off somewhere, I think, and you're basically just trying to overtake the world, and that's it.
Okay.
But the game can last like hours upon hours, days. Even I think my cousin had one that lasted a couple weeks.
What?
Yeah, that game can go. I assume I wouldn't say it's related to D&D.
But it's it's a board game,
But
correct?
it's a board game. That thing can go.
Why would you subject yourself to that kind of level?
I don't know.
That's insane.
But
I like games that have a definitive end, beginning and end. Connect 4, beginning and end. Chess, beginning and end. Risk?
that just seems like I'd kind of want to try it again since I played it only like once when I was really little. But I think it'd be worth one more shot. But I don't know. It does last quite a long time.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's something I would ever do in my life. I feel like that moment has passed. Anyway, besides that, so now it gets to the point where like the story kind of divulges into something sadder. Well, my realization of what is sad or whatever with my family. So, basically, when my dad comes back, he's like, "Well, the plans have changed. Apparently, people are coming over," and I'm like, "What the fuck? I thought we were gonna hang out and just us, you know." I don't mean to sound selfish or anything like that, but like when other people come over, my main problem with my family is that obviously their families come over and they bring their kids and I get ignored completely. Like I don't even exist. You know what I mean? No one talks to me. Everyone's off entertaining their guests. And those families, I have nothing to do with their families. You know what I mean? So not only do I not know anybody, I don't get along. It's not that I don't get along with people. It's just that I have no connection with any of these people.
Right.
It's like if how do I say this? If you were gonna come to Mexico with me to come visit my family, like you would have no place there. I mean, you'd get along and you'd have fun there, but you'd be like, why am I even? What's the point of me being here? You know what I mean?
Right. It's not like I know them personally or have any sort of relation of purpose to be there.
Yeah. And not only that, but you just won't speak the language, or there's this alienation that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was what's happening with them. As soon as the kids came over, I immediately knew this was gonna happen because it happens every single time. My sister Brianna goes and hangs out with one of the 3 kids that they came over, Charlie, Elmer, and Alexa. And Alexa is like, my sister's like obsessed with her because like she thinks she's like super pretty or whatever. So they have like their own thing, they're like, that's like her best friend. So immediately Brianna's the reason I go to see my parents, and now that's like, okay, I get ignored already, which is fine, but it's almost like not even a hi, not even a bye. Like your whole attitude just changes completely, where I can't even get involved in conversations. You know what I mean? So I'm like, screw this, man. I actually, like, if I'm gonna not do anything, I'd rather just do something. So instead of just sit at the ceiling just doing nothing. So I put on one of my old school favorite movies when I was a kid, 8 Crazy Nights. Did we go over time? I don't even know. 8 Crazy Nights. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is an Adam Sandler classic. It is an animated movie, an animated musical, I should say.
Okay.
I need a hook shot for this one. Where the main thing, it's actually a really compelling story. It is about a man that, when he was a child, like had a future of basketball. Like he was playing basketball. He was like a promising kid, but because his parents died at a very young, and he was like left at a very young age, he never really got to the point of recovery. So he fell into alcoholism, and then became he completely shut down. So we pick up with him in the present day, where he's like super old, just setting things on fire, like hitting people, just all the terrible things that like a drunk dude would do.
Okay, yeah.
And you get to see like, oh, he used to be great, he used to be a good person, but like what happened? And you throughout the whole story you find out how his parents died and all that stuff, and just it's a tragic story. But the moral of it is that there's this guy that takes him under his wing. His name is Whitey. He's a super old man that sees, okay, you know what, this kid deserves a second chance. Like, I get it that everyone gave up on him, but I'm not going to give up on him. And immediately you get to see the dynamic of like this guy that just doesn't care versus his one last hope, being the older man. It's the funniest. It's such a hilarious comedy, and it's so raunchy too as well, but it's definitely not for kids. But I showed it to the kids just because, like, hey, I used to watch this at Christmas time, and you guys for some reason don't like to watch Christmas movies. Let me show you this. And yeah, man, they watched it and they absolutely loved it. It just, I don't know why they didn't want to watch it before. Like I kept telling Brianna, like, like, come and watch this, and like, you're gonna love it. She's like, I already hate it. Like, why would I even watch this? I hate it. I'm like, you don't even know what it is. How stupid, I'm just like slamming her just for like,
Yeah.
this kind of like, we're not even giving it a shot. It's just like a ridiculous thing. Son of a gun. Hold on. I guess I gotta take care of this guy.
Well, then able to show them something new, something that I think is interesting. I struggled with that kind of as a kid, and I guess still a little bit now with having hatred or negativity towards things that I haven't even tried yet.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people still do that, but it's just as adults, which is mind-boggling to me. It's like, try broccoli, man. I'm like, why the fuck?
Yeah.
Like stupid things like that, like because it's healthy, whatever. Sorry, I just gotta kill this bullseye. Anyway, so showed him that, good time. All the kids were there. Like, all the kids came to the living room and they sat down and watched it, and they loved it absolutely. And then came to the part where apparently they were gonna do a Skype call with all the families that were not, that they were gonna go to, that they were gonna reunite with, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
They did a Skype call with all of them, so it's like the point of me even coming there again just felt negated. Of like, why did I even come if you guys were still gonna see these people? And like, I just didn't want to, I got ignored again. Like, what was the point of me even doing this? Like I said, I didn't think that these people were like, they were gonna do a Zoom call and still resume their gift exchange and gift giving. Then it's like, it sounds selfish to me now, but like, the main thing is like, I thought that they canceled all their plans so that I could be with them, but that's not the case. Which just felt just very unfortunate.
Sure.
To me, I guess. So my main thing was that, okay, even though they resumed the Zoom call and they did all this stuff again, it just felt like, what the heck was the point of me coming here? I felt ignored again. I felt like, why did it even come? It took like a couple hours for that thing to end, but like it felt like it never ended. It just felt so arbitrary. So anyway, I think it goes on to like for 2 hours.
Try a jump through.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe.
I'm gonna try that, but I think just do like that. Damn it. Anyway, shoot, I should be able to just get through this thing. I can't even hit it with an arrow, which is weird.
Because they don't burn, they just keep wiggling.
Yeah. Damn, I can't even hang off the edge. Oh.
No, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Anyway, wait a second. Can I just do this? And like, no, I can't even run fast with it. Okay. Anyway.
Interesting.
I'll
Yeah,
come
going
back
back
to
to
that.
the bike where you were over at your family's house, it was almost never ending.
Yeah. And my dad was just like, before the people came over, they were like, "Hey, we want you to, we invited you, and we want you to stay with us." I'm like, "Well, that's fine," but and my dad's like, "Yeah, we got, have a drink." Like he's offering me beer and alcohol and stuff. And normally at these things, you know, I would be drinking. You know, I wouldn't mind having a beer or two, but I wouldn't. I don't want to drink and just solidify that I'm actually going to stay here if people are going to stay over. Because my fear was that even though the the kids that the family that came over said that they weren't going to stay over, my fear was that they were still going to stay over no matter what, because you know that's what they always do. So I didn't want to drink because I just felt like, okay, if they're going to stay over, I don't want to be here. I'd rather just leave. And I told my parents straight up like that, like I don't want to be here if they're, you know, I don't feel any reason to be here if other people are here, because I thought I was your guest, but you're bringing other people here that you said you weren't. You know, it just felt like so rigmarole or whatever, such a rundown.
Yeah.
I can't even process thoughts anymore. But the main thing was that I wasn't gonna drink or anything until I knew that they were gonna leave. And they didn't leave until like what 10 p.m. and I guess they were gonna go to see their other parents. But it's like, why would you leave so late? I don't know. It just felt weird.
There was an off balance kind of feeling that that was going on there.
Yeah, it just felt weird. Like I just didn't know why they even came. Like I get it. I get why, but like they couldn't have chosen like any other day, you know? Like they had to come today. Even though they said they weren't. And my dad was just like, "Well, they're probably going to go soon, so just, you know, drink, have a good time, and we want you to stay. We want you to be with us." But I just didn't want to be hard locked into that, because I'd rather be by myself, because I know what I would like to do, than just stay there and be ignored and not be talked to. It just felt like, why the fuck am I even here? So
You know, it seems like a thoughtful idea that, you know, you stay whatever, but on the other hand, to see it from a different perspective of your own shoes, like it makes total sense as to why.
well, I hope so, because my dad's like, I just don't understand, like why don't you like these people? I'm like, dude, I have nothing to be with. Like these people, they're nothing to me. Like they're not family, they're not friends, they're your friends. So they if you consider them your family or whatever, but they're your thing. They're not my thing. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Like I can't put that in a different way that would make sense to them, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, it's not that they're not bad people, by the way. They're great people, but they're just nothing to me. I came to spend time with my family. That's all I want. And not even can I not have that ever, but like I told my parents that, like I can't wait till I actually have a house and I can start a family, so I can make my own traditions, because I know that, like, if I ever were to have kids, and if I ever were to I would never put a kid in that position. Like anyone in that position that I was in. It's just, it feels awful, like absolutely horrible, being in that position.
In the position of feeling like left out, or like not no one to talk to, or like
Yeah.
trying to see your family, but they're not.
They're not accommodating to, or just not conscious that, like, I'm a person that has feelings and exists, you know?
Right.
That's usually how it goes. So anyway, the main point is that when they open their presents, obviously everything that they got is what I said people would give them, you know, like sweaters, a bunch of jewelry. Like Brianna got a bunch of jewelry, a new necklace. So it's like, what, it just diminishes everything that I gave them before. At least it felt like that, you know? To them, they probably don't see it like that. They were like, oh sweet, I got bonus gifts. I got a bonus necklace. But to me, it just felt like I only got you one thing, and like a pair of socks that was personal to you. But because they opened my gift first, it just felt like everything that they got, it's just more, it's just better. You know, it got more of an emotion for them. That's the way I felt. And that's the way I saw it, but it's probably not the way it was, you know what I mean? But anyway, it just felt like they all got better gifts, and they got so many gifts that between, you know, doing this whole gift exchange, and it just felt like everything that, like, the things that I gave him just kind of amounted to nothing. You know, it's like, why did he even do this?
Right.
So it just felt like, why did I come over here? Why did he even give him any gifts? Because like, it just I didn't feel like they got any like.
That almost meant nothing.
Yeah, pretty much, man. So that was my Christmas. I stayed over the night and I left pretty early in the morning because I was just like, fuck this. I'm just, you know, I wanted to spend time with them, but it felt like it always felt just completely neglected, completely like shut down, or all that stuff, and it just felt stupid. So yeah, that was my Christmas. But on Christmas, the day after Christmas, or the Christmas day, I went to my sister's. I gave her gift and baby Leo's gift, my little nephew's gift. To them, my sister made pumpkin bars for me.
Nice.
Which is like the only present I got, which is still better than nothing. Those pumpkin bars speak the truth, man. They're the best. They're the best pumpkin, or like the best snack food, I guess, for me. I fucking love that. Like banana bread, pumpkin bars. Just for some reason, those like always fucking they're the best.
Epic. Well, I believe that's all the time we have for this episode.
Yeah,
but
sorry about the rant. It's just like that was my internal struggle for all this stuff.
It's wonderful.
Well, that's the Heart Island. Let's pick up on the next episode, and I'll go into what I did for the next couple days.
That sounds good.
All right. Oh, sorry. Goodbye. I was trying to read the information. All right. Bye. See you later. Bye. Hold on 1 second.